Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brennan here, and today we're going to be comparing Stripe versus Shopify. Which is the better platform for you in your small business? That's what we're going to be diving into here in today's video. Again, comparing Stripe and Shopify. Now, Shopify and Stripe are both popular platforms when it comes to small business. Shopify is primarily focused around building out an online store and selling products online, or as well as in person. You can also do that with Shopify. They also have their own built-in payment processing network called Shopify Payments, whereas Stripe is primarily focused around online payments and accepting payments directly through the Stripe platform. So the biggest difference between these two, and really they are two completely different solutions, is that yes, you can accept payments through either platform. However, with Stripe, you're a little bit more open in terms of the fact that there's no monthly fee attached to signing up with Stripe, and you're not necessarily attached to building out an entire online store. Whereas with Shopify, you do need at least a monthly subscription in order to get started with Shopify and to start using Shopify Payments, which is, again, their payment processing network. It's a proprietary network that is available just directly through Shopify. You can also use other third-party payment processing platforms, such as even Stripe on Shopify, but they do charge an extra fee for using third-party payment platforms on Shopify. So that's something else to consider there. These two platforms really are two completely different platforms in terms of what they offer. Again, Shopify is for selling physical products or even digital products as well, but primarily building out your entire online store. And you can also do point of sale, physical in-person payments with Shopify as well. But again, you are tied to their monthly subscription cost, which their base plan does start at $29 per month on the annual plan, or $39 a month if you're paying monthly, whereas with Stripe, it is completely free to get signed up with, and you can get started, and you're just going to be paying on the payments that you actually process through the platform. As you can see, they do have the standard rates. Now, again, these credit card rates do vary depending on the industry that you are in, whether you're different types of business owners might get slightly different rates. Most people will get the standard rate, but it is worth mentioning that really with either platform as well, over time, your rates may be different, as well as they do also offer volume-based rates, both on Stripe and on Shopify as well. Now, Shopify sort of breaks their rates down a bit more based on the monthly plan that you decide to go with. Again, as you can see, you do have the ability to get started with a free trial. And I did want to mention as well, if you are interested in Shopify, you can go ahead and check out those links down below in the video description. If you do want to get started with Shopify, you can go ahead and get a free trial at brennanvalesky.com/Shopify. It will take you right over to this page here where you can get started with a Shopify free trial. Figured I would also mention that there are links down below in the video description to both of the companies, all the companies mentioned here in today's video. Now, going back to the pricing, again, Shopify does vary their card rates more based on their monthly plans. So if you do go with like basic, Shopify Advanced, or Plus, again, if you go yearly or monthly, that's depending on the monthly fee that they have there. And again, all this pricing is subject to change and is accurate as the making of today's video. Be sure to check out both Stripe and Shopify's pricing page to get the most realistic and up-to-date pricing when you're watching this video as well. I always want to make sure I make that disclaimer there. So as you can see, their card rates do break out to be a little bit cheaper as you scale up in plans. They do even also have an alternative plan as well at $5 per month even on the starter plan. However, it is a 5% transaction fee, so that is quite hefty. So you're definitely going to be paying a lot more in transaction fees on the starter plan. But if you do still want to build out a simple online store and then be able to process payments through that, this starter plan might make sense for you. But do keep in mind it is currently a 5% transaction fee for processing payments through the starter plan on Shopify, which is obviously significantly more than Stripe's fees, even just without anything. Now, one thing I will caveat as well is that, again, Stripe is a little bit more basic. You're not paying a monthly fee. It's primarily a payment processing network. If you're going to be building out a website, you're going to need another platform paired with Stripe in order to actually build out an online store. Now, if you are going to just be using Stripe for invoicing, or maybe you're interested in getting started with invoicing in your business, Stripe could be a good solution for you because you don't need to build out an entire online store. If you don't need an online store at all, Stripe has the basic level solutions to send payment links as well as to send invoices out to customers. If you're going to be selling products and you need an online store and you want something that's directly integrated, Shopify might make more sense for you in your business just because it's much easier to integrate the payments because it's already directly available in the Shopify platform. You don't have to go through any kind of third-party setup. You're just signing up through Shopify, and you can set up your Shopify payments processing directly through Shopify with your online store. Whereas most other online stores that you might be connecting Stripe to, it is going to be a third-party connection there, which, you know, could have issues potentially in your website development journey. Depending on how you're building out your website. So that's another thing to consider as well. Now, with Stripe, in terms of overall payment processing, there is a little bit more flexibility in terms of how you process those payments. Again, it is a bit easier to set up subscriptions, or maybe if you're a SaaS business, or maybe if you're other types of businesses, there's a little bit more flexibility in terms of Stripe. It's a lot easier to set up more variety of different types of payments that you're going to be accepting. Like I mentioned, with setting up subscriptions or setting up other more complicated networks. If you're going to be processing large volumes, you know, Stripe might be better in that case. Or if you're building out your own custom solution with someone, you know, as a code developer even. Again, they do have no code payment links that you can send out. They do also have in-person payments with their terminal service. Shopify does also have the ability to do in-person payments as well through their Shopify POS. However, if you are going to be doing Shopify point of sale, do keep in mind it is much more advanced for, you know, detailed inventory tracking. So the Shopify POS plans do start at $89 additional per month. If you take a look at their, you know, POS plans, it is a bit more expensive. If we go back to the pricing page, and we go ahead and look at the retail POS, that is an extra $89 per month. So do keep that in mind as well if you are looking at doing point of sale. It's a lot more advanced with the staff management, inventory tracking, and loyalty features that Shopify does offer on their retail plans. Whereas with Stripe, you're really just going to be paying, in some cases, nothing if you're going to be accepting payments through your mobile device. And you can just do, you know, basic payments that way. Now, Shopify does also have their POS Lite, which is included with all of the plans. So if you don't necessarily need all the advanced tracking features of the POS Pro at the $89 a month, you do also get the POS Lite, which I would say that is then a little bit more comparable to Stripe, because the POS Lite version is where you can accept payments even just with your phone. To accept those payments in person, you can even just do it with the Shopify POS app on your mobile device. Again, it does depend on what type of iPhone or Android you do have, if you can actually do that, really with Stripe or with Shopify, to accept payments on your mobile device without needing a separate point of sale device. So really the two platforms, again, Stripe and Shopify, are two completely different platforms when it comes to your small business. In terms of what might be best, again, if you need an entire online store, Shopify might be better. If you're just looking to process payments and you don't necessarily need an entire online store, Stripe might be better. It can be maybe a little bit more complicated to set up certain types of payments on Shopify, whereas if you have more detailed payment structures, Stripe might be better for you. So really, you know, Stripe and Shopify both are good platforms to accept payments on. They are just two completely inherently different products. Again, you need a monthly fee with Shopify to get started. With Stripe, you don't. So hopefully that kind of helps you understand the differences between each of these platforms. I will also mention that if you maybe want sort of a mix of both, if you want the option to send out invoices and accept payments in your business, as well as the option to have an online store, then Square might even be a good alternative solution. I mention them a lot here on the channel in other videos as well. There are links down below in the video description. If you are interested in checking out Square, they do also offer point of sale and online payments where you can easily accept invoicing payments and setting up subscriptions and things like that. I have covered Square intensively on the channel as well. So Square can be another good solution that sort of is really a good mix between Shopify and Stripe if you're sort of looking for something in the middle between Stripe and Shopify. So again, guys, I hope you found this video helpful comparing against Stripe and Shopify. Really, both are solid small business solutions. I would recommend checking out either of them. Again, links are down below in the video description. Again, it really does depend on the type of business that you're running as to which might be better for you. Again, guys, if you found this video helpful, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. But anyway, guys, that was all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.